子供たちは今頃どうしているだろうか。まあ、好きにすればいい。私
Luna 4 ain't far. Or you're pulling plans. I mean Columbina for sure. Hey, what's up, Taz? Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How have you been? How have you been, Taz? Luna 4. You know, it's been really, like, the whole Luna naming thing has been really confusing to me. Because, so, especially because, okay, so we typically get, well, we used to get our Archons during a X.2 update, right? And then that all changed in Natlan, and then we started getting our Archons in a .3 update. And then here we are, Luna 3, right? We are currently in Luna 3, which should have been 6.3. Or sorry, no. See, I'm already getting confused. I'm already getting confused. This should be 6.2, right? And this is like what is so confusing to me, because the number right now should be up 2 instead of 3, and I could just never remember. I just can't remember that 3 is 2 and 4 is 3. Glad to hear that, Taz. Glad to hear that. Hey, happy holidays, by the way. Late Merry Christmas to you. Exactly, bro. They should have stuck with 6.x. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know about should have, because, like, obviously, I'm not, obviously, I'm not on the writing team, right? I'm not on the executive team of Hoyoverse, right? So I have no idea what their vision for the whole thing was, right? And yeah, so like Nod Cry, from what I like, isn't even one of the nations, right? So it's not. I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe it was like a lore thing. Maybe it was a lore thing, like why they decided not to give it like a real like big number, because it's not. Yeah, right. Like Mondstadt and Liyue were 1. Right, version 1, and then version 2 was Inazuma, version 3 Sumeru, right, and all of those were nations, like actual, like major nations in the world of Tevat, and then Fontaine was 4, and then Natlan was 5, and then like here we are in Nodcry. Nodcry is none of the 7 nations. So I don't know, but they should have. But all I can say is this: it's annoying. It's annoying because Genshin is like, it's not really a game that it's not like Dota, right? It's not Dota, it's not Counter-Strike, it's not, it's not like StarCraft Brood War, right? It's not something that, it's not the kind of game that you like try extra hard in, right? Of course, you try extra hard, especially if your account is new, your characters aren't very well built yet, and you're trying to like reach a new ceiling of like end game. Hey, what's up, Haroon? Afghanistan? What's up, man? Yeah, right. Of course, you try hard when you're in that specific situation, but like as long as your account is caught up, right, and your account is caught up with the current like with new character, with the newer, stronger characters, and you haven't fallen behind like the power creep. You haven't fallen too far behind the power creep. Then yeah, like typically you won't have to try extra hard in this game. So, and that's sort of what Genshin is to me. It's like a way to relax. It's not Animal Crossing, right? It's not right? It's not Animal Crossing. It's not what's like another relaxation game? I don't know. Right? But for me, it is not a game that I want to like fully activate my brain on when I'm playing. When I'm playing, when I'm thinking about it, it's sort of like a game for, a game for me to, a game that helps me sort of like die down for the day. Maybe they'll resume the 6.x when the actual Shania releases. That's probably true. That is, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what everyone assumes. I'm pretty sure that's what everyone assumes. Yeah, just like the fact that I assumed that Nodcry isn't 6.0, 6.0, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.2, right? Because it's not an actual like nation, right? Like like one of the elemental nations. I wonder how much when I said elemental nations there, it suddenly reminded me of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I wonder if they took any inspiration from Avatar: The Last Airbender at all, and if they did, like how much of Tevat's lore was inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, come on. Okay. Come on. Rotate.
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。
さあ働きなさい。口封じは任せた。この天下で裁く。
怪人の雨、世界を滅ぼせ。
防衛
Anyway, how are you all doing? How are you all doing these holidays? During the holidays. So how are you all planning to spend y'all's New Year Eves and New Year's days? Hey, what's up, Ali? How's it going, man? What a fine occasion you have chose to stream, Monsieur RJ. Hey, what's up, Ali? Good to see you, man. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I say the majority of Genshin is heavily inspired by Zelda, at least the early game. Oh, yeah. Everyone was saying, like, Breath of the Wild, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, ripoff. Yeah. it was so, like, especially because of I think it was mostly the aesthetic, right? Like the cell shaded look. Yeah, the cell shaded look. It's like, it's not, yeah, right? Because, like, it's open world, right? There are plenty of open worlds out there, right? GTA 5 is one of them, Red Dead Redemption. But, like, the art style is obviously very unlike the Rockstar games. So, like, yeah, it was basically the same art style as Breath of the Wild. You know, I wonder why mine just won't work. You know, like the whole Mawika thing. Holidays, man, I had class on Christmas. Wow, I guess you're not just your school, man, but your whole country doesn't believe in holidays, or what? I too thought it was Zelda clone when I started. I'd never played any, well, I don't know about any Nintendo games. I played Super Mario when I was a kid. And I believe Mario World. I'm not sure. I think that was Mario World. One of the Mario World games. I'm not sure which one it was. It was like, it was in the early 2000s. Before I had a computer. Yeah, it was in the early 2000s. Like, at least 20 years ago. But yeah, I've never played I've never played any of the Zelda games. Don't really care because I don't celebrate it. Still need that free. Still, I need that free holiday. I have holiday every Sunday, so that's something. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, like I've been I keep like trying to make this work, but like for some reason mine just won't work. So like the circle, right? When we do donuts, obviously it's a circle, right? Like think of the circle, the donut as like a clock, and for some reason, mine just won't, like, so supposedly you're supposed to be able to do the dash cancel thing somewhere around like 10 or 11 o'clock and 1 or 2 o'clock. And if I do that at, okay, I'm gonna do it at, I'm gonna do that at 1 o'clock, and it works. But if I try to do that at 10 o'clock, it just won't. I've tried a bunch of times and it just won't. And 11 o'clock is where you're supposed to be able to do this. Watch the tutorial. Timings are a bit weird. No, like they're fairly straightforward. Like I've seen plenty of tutorials. It's just that the timings are supposed to be at, like I said, 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. And 1 o'clock for me works. Oops, that wasn't 1 o'clock. See? But it just doesn't work at 10 o'clock. And apparently it doesn't work at 12 o'clock. Right, so I'm going to try doing it at 12 o'clock. Right, and that's what I heard, that it just doesn't work at 12 o'clock. So, but my problem is that why won't it work at 11 o'clock? Right, it's supposed to work right there, but it won't for me. And 11 o'clock is where I should do it, because that is when the donut hits the enemy that's in front of me. And that's what I'm supposed to do the animation cancel, so that I could start another donut and thus doing like a bunch of damage right like in, you know, that split second. 1 o'clock is not terrible, but it's also not a giant mathematical increase in DPS. Maybe a high ping? No, I tried it out on my Asia account. Asia account has 60 ping. Obviously, like, most of the guides, well, I've really only seen like 1 or 2 guides, and I don't remember the other one, but the other one I watched had like 15 ping. And obviously, I have no way to replicate 15 ping. But I highly doubt that it's not doable. I highly doubt it's not doable just because of a difference of 50 ms. Also, it's not something that, like, look at this, right? This is just how you control the character. It's not supposed to be ping dependent. Switching is ping dependent. And when the damage comes out after you, well, hit the enemy is ping dependent. But not how you move the character. I'm not on cloud. I'm not on cloud gaming. I'm playing this locally. Just doesn't work for me. I don't know. Ain't even the best combo for melt. It's not. No, you miss a bunch of melt. you probably get 1 or 2, maybe 2. Good meltable hits, right? And when I say good, I'm talking about like the ones that actually matter, right? Like the ones that have a big multiplier. For me, so far, the best like melt combo, like the one that gets me the most melts, is still just doing, just spamming charged attacks. That's still like the best melt combo for me. The only reason why I do the whole special combo thing is hang on, 4 hours. No need. The only reason why I even do that is when I pay attention to what aura is on the enemy. If the enemy still has cryo on them, then I won't do it. I won't do it because it'll definitely like very quickly overtake cryo on the enemy. But if I notice that my rotation got messed up, or like the elemental application on the enemy got messed up, then I'll do that combo. If there's no cryo on the enemy, then I'm definitely not melting, so I might as well get more numbers in. Time for Hoyo, give us 10,000 pulls for that bug. Yep. Man, 10,000 pulls. How many C6s can you actually get with 10k? So let's average it out to say one limited 5-star every, say, 155 pulls. So 155, that'd be, so you'd be getting like 64 limited 5 stars. So and that is like 10, no, oops, that's 9 C6 characters, brand new C6 characters, the characters that you didn't have before. But if you already have like C0 of them, then that'd be 10, obviously, and then 1 C4. Not bad. Although I probably wouldn't go for C6s. Yeah. If I had 10k pulls, I would just go for C3s and R1. C3 R1 on most characters that I find good. Yeah, and the problem with being, well, I'm not fully F2P. Right? This account I'm on right now, this is one of my 2 accounts. This one is Welkin and Battle Pass, Welkin and Battle Pass account. Because of the very limited amount of pulls this account has, and of course my second account, which is the F2P one especially, is I'm only able to go for what I think are the very best characters. Did I? No, did I not go to my teapot on this account? I did. Where's my pink resin? Oh, what? I was convinced that I actually already bought these, but I guess not. Sure. I'm kind of in the middle of farming for Gaming right now. Prosperities. Where? Oh, here. Oh, good. You know what? Maybe no talents for now. Just gonna go farm the ascension mats. Do 3 charge stocks, 1 finisher, and instantly do charge dash finisher 3 times. For getting all the star glitter you would get. Oh right, yeah, star glitter. But then star glitter, it's kind of hard to calculate star glitter because sometimes you get weapons and sometimes you get characters, you know. I'm talking about the 4 stars. Those are mostly where you get the star glitters from. Of course, you also get 4 stars, star glitters from standard 5 stars. Do you get star glitter from standard 5-star constellations, or do you only get them after C6? $80 pulls per 5-star? Yeah, you know, just being not like super pessimistic about it, but also far from being optimistic. Yeah, just on average, 80. Do I really not have any of these? I have 1. Yeah. Where do I even get? How do I even get one? Do I have anyone that uses this thing? Who even uses this thing? Gaming and Linny. So no one else. So how did I get one? I'm considering whether I should pull for Nivelette or Skirk. Any recommendations? Skirk is really hard to... Skirk has a very high damage ceiling. Right? She's currently one of the top characters in terms of damage ceiling. But Skirk has a very premium team. Requires at least 2 other 5 stars. 2 other limited 5 stars, right? Requires at least Farina and Skirk. Or sorry, Escoffier. Not and or, but and Escoffier to get close to her damage ceiling. And at the very least, Skirk does have some pretty good free-to-play weapons, right? Which is, right, pretty good. Okay, good. Chill. But just the problem really is her team is just super expensive. So if you don't have Farina and you don't have Escoffier already, then Nivelette would be the more, like, you would feel a bigger difference right away just from getting Nivelette. I'll assume you have 1,000 pulls every 4-star. Character is C6. Birthday gift. Nivelette and Skirk should not be used in the same what? The same team? Your sentence, I don't know. I feel like it's missing a word there. Are you saying the same team? In the same, yeah, I'm assuming same sentence. Okay. Fishy. Ali has a thing, a not so good thing, with Skirk. he has Skirk issues. He has a personal issue with Skirk. Anyway, so, like, here's the thing, right? Skirk, like I said, has one team. Obviously, you can, I mean, it's your account, right? It's your account. No FBI is gonna come to your house saying, like, this is illegal, using Skirk in the wrong team or whatever, right? Nobody's gonna come to your house and arrest you for it. But anything other than Skirk's premium team is just like there's just this giant damage difference between Skirk's premium team and anything but Skirk's premium team. What day is it tomorrow? Wednesday. Okay. Alright. Oops. Don't pull Nivelette. Every new abyss is made just so you can't clear with them. Yeah. Now the problem with Nivelette too is so I don't know how familiar you are with like the Genshin meta, but there's been a lot of power creep that's happened as of late. Right, there's been a lot of power creep that's happened as of late, and the power creep just, well, I personally have been hoping that the power creep would sort of stop with like after like when Natlin, right, like right at the end of Natlin, especially after Mawika came, right. I was really hoping that Mawika would have been like the outlier, right, like why her premium teams DPS or damage per rotation, however you wanna look at it, was gonna be the outlier, right? Like it was gonna be like the top one, but apparently Nodcry didn't stop. When Nodcry came along, it didn't stop. It wasn't gonna get better. It clearly, yeah, Nodcry's enemy types, end game enemy HPs clearly showed that power creep wasn't gonna stop. And when it comes to power creep, older characters are going to be quite a bit further behind compared to newer characters. And Skirk definitely is the newer character compared to Neuvillette. Hence why Neuvillette is, while still a really good character, not at the top of the damage ceiling pyramid anymore. While Skirk is. But then again, that is Skirk with her premium team. Nice thing about Neuvillette though, Neuvillette is he is way more versatile than Skirk. Right? He's definitely not as versatile as somebody like Fischl or Xingqiu or Yelan, right? But he's definitely way more versatile than Skirk. And when I say versatile, I'm talking about like there are so many more teams that you could put Neuvillette on that are still potentially endgame capable today, with really high investment from not just Neuvillette but all the characters on your team, right? Especially like Hyperbloom, right? If you have Lauma, if you have a highly invested like Kuki or Raiden Shogun as your Hyperbloom procer, and like whoever your other fourth character is also like a good one, yeah, right? It's a pretty good premium team right there. It's potential, and when I say again, it's with high investment, it is end game capable as long as the enemy that you're trying to fight does not hard counter that specific team, right? And of course, if you have Farina, you have Xilonen and Kazuha, of course you can also use that, right? And that's one of Neuvillette's premium teams, right? Because it's a fully 5-star team. Not to mention that in order to make Neuvillette feel like a premium character, right? To like, yeah, feel like he is endgame capable. Now, like when he was released, you definitely did not need his signature weapon and or C1 or C2 or constellations on him. But now, you do. Like it really does feel like you need at least C1 and his signature to make him feel comfortably endgame capable. Don't pull into that. I do have both Farina's coffee. Farina's occupied with the Hu Tao team. Why? What about you, Hu Tao? What about just putting Yelan and Xingqiu in there? But I don't know, something like that, right? You can't really like fully take advantage of Farina's buff on a Hu Tao team, because you can't heal on a Hu Tao team. Another thing too is Hu Tao isn't really endgame capable anymore. I mean, I don't know about you, right? I don't know what your like specific goals are for your account, right? If you're trying to do like, what is the, so Dire is like the crazy mode, right? That's like a whale Stygian, right? That's whale onslaught level, right? So what's it called? Fearless? I keep forgetting what it's called. I guess fearless. Yeah. If your trying to achieve like fearless onslaught every single I guess season, yeah, every time it rotates, then Hu Tao in any team just isn't end game capable anymore. In Abyss, sure, as long as it doesn't hard counter Hu Tao, but also not every Abyss, especially recently, because even this Abyss has really, really high HPs. Yeah, I don't think Hu Tao is capable of clearing anything in this Abyss, unless if you plan on like switching teams for specific chambers. Made a joke about how unless there are Hydro Tulpa on both sides of the Abyss, Navilla can clear. I mean, Hoyo took that seriously. Wait, huh? How did they take it seriously? At least that won't happen next patch. Next patch has Columbina. It's like comparing a vintage car with a modern supercar. One can run faster, but the other one is just better. Navilla is a vintage car. Hu Tao is a horse carriage. Hu Tao is using Farina because she's using Hunter. But, okay. Can you even maintain the crit buff? Because, so remember, Hu Tao self-damages. Right? When you press E, you self-damage. And Farina's summons, every time they attack, they reduce the whole team's HP, right? So that's the whole HP changing thing, which is supposed to be what helps whoever has, or I should say, Hunter on, activate the 36% crit rate. But then on Hu Tao, and remember, Freya's summons can only reduce the team's HP down to 50%. It doesn't reduce any lower than 50%. So once your Hu Tao is at 50%, which is going to happen very quickly, because as soon as you press E, you immediately lose 33% of her current HP. Your HP isn't changing anymore, thus not giving you the 12% crit rate each time your HP changes. Can't clear. My Diluc is still destroying Nodcry. That's the only thing that kept me sane in the mechanic. Which mechanic? Are you talking about the? I keep forgetting their names. The hunt, wild hunt, the wild hunt enemies and their like infinite HP mechanic. Oops. This is not a great build. I really should. Is there? Do we really only have one crit damage 5-star Claymore in the game still? I think we do. Yeah, that's Ito's Claymore. Oh, right, yeah. Gaming needs ER. Gaming's ER requirements. Wow. Needs a lot of ER. Well, potentially a lot of ER. And I have 0. I have a Sage Queen on the team, so I can keep my Hu Tao around 50-80%. It's really not easy though. I mean, yeah, I can imagine so. But at the same time though, you're also not taking advantage, right? Oh my god, that is such a, like, there's so many compromises with this team, right? Like, just having Farina on the team means that ideally you want to keep Hu Tao above 80% so that as you're on field with Hu Tao, Farina's summons can keep draining Hu Tao's HP, thus activating or proccing at least 3 stacks, right? 3 stacks of the Marchese Hunter artifact set. But if you're above 50% HP, you lose out on 33% damage bonus from Hu Tao's passive. Now, you will get more than 33% damage percent from Farina, as long as you max out Fanfare. I don't know if that's even... I guess the 36 crit rate is worth it. Sure. What caused that Gaming? C6. The only... I would... Yeah. I mean, like, look at... You saw my Gaming, right? He's been level 1 till today. Right? The only reason why I'm raising him is because I finally got this one to C6. My second account, no hope. Didn't even bother. Didn't even bother farming for him on that account. Because he's not C6 yet on that account. I am kind of disappointed though that I'm pretty sure I didn't manage to get C6 Yansan as well. Yeah, not even close. This would have been my opportunity though. Yeah, this would have been my chance, but well, as you can see, I got no primos. With what little primos I have right now, I don't even know if I'm even gonna be able to get Columbina. I'm screwed. If Columbina is on the first half of Luna 4, then I'm screwed. Apparently, Columbina is gonna be so strong that, like, just a 3-man team with Columbina and one other of the stronger Nodcry characters, like namely Lauma, or Inefa, and like a third character. Apparently, that's already like 100k plus DPS. RJ Varesa rerun? Yeah, Varesa rerun. Crimson Witch is best for Gaming. Oh, that's good. That's good, because I probably have some really nice Crimson Witch pieces. Takes a lot of HP to keep my Hu Tao meta. Oh, hey, what's up, Jace? Good to see you, man. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Good to see you again. Haven't seen you in a while. I've not played the game for a few weeks now. Wow, really? You've been busy or you quit? Just gonna wait 2 days for the return of it? Oh, okay. Did you do that on purpose? I would have pulled, but I ain't sitting downloading 28 gigabytes again. 28. Oh, on mobile. Okay. I'm gonna put this on someone else first for now. Nope. There. I still hate that we still don't have an actual, like, proper loadout system. Like, why did they have to make up their own loadout system, right? Like, cause we already have a made up concept of a loadout system. It already works. Why would they have to come up with their own, like, concept for it? It's just obviously inferior to the already well established concept of a loadout system. Oh man, I'd be really sad if I had to start taking Hu Tao's pieces, man. My Hu Tao is actually quite well built. I'd be really sad if I had to start taking off pieces off of Hu Tao. So for now, I'm gonna try and avoid doing that. Just for now. Ooh. ER on this one. And some high rolls. Okay, I'm going with that one. Why is that on Yunjin? That's pretty good, actually. And it's an off piece, too. It's an off piece for Rosaria. Oh, man, that's pretty good. Not a lot of crit damage, but ER and EM, not bad. Really low crit damage, though. I'm gonna give this a try for now. I gotta check why that thing is on my Yunjin. What is on Yunjin? Why do I have why does Yunjin have stuff? I guess I'm gonna have to run with a great rate circlet then. Okay, I will need to find a replacement for Rosaria's. Oh man, that's... Why is it so hard to balance this out? Do the 10 pull right now, do it for Yansan. Even if I did do a 10 pull, most I'd get is probably like one Yansan constellation. It'd still be nowhere close to getting to C6 Yansan. Busy with university stuff, going through a breakup. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Jace. Hang in there, buddy. I had no motivation these last few weeks. Yeah. Plus the fact that Genshin isn't a super high concentration kind of game. So it's not even going to distract you from all the stuff you're going through. He doesn't get gaslit easily. No, I don't think I've... Yeah, I don't really... No. I'm just a killjoy that way. Yeah, I'm a pretty big killjoy that way. Like, so I drink, right? And when you're in a group of... Yeah, when you're here... I'm Filipino, and obviously I'm in the Philippines as well. Over here in the Philippines, like the drinking culture here in the Philippines, when you drink with your buddies. So, most of the time, you all just share a glass, right? one glass for everyone, and that glass just goes around. It circles. It rotates around everyone. It rotates around everyone, and right. If I'm not drinking it, I'm gonna get invited to drink. And if I'm already drinking and I'm about to leave, because I have to leave for something important, the culture here is that they are going to give you 1 or 2 more shots right before you leave. Or if you want to stop drinking because like you feel like you can't take it anymore, right? Or you're getting too drunk for for your own comfort, then I will actually like decline, and I do not give in to peer pressure. And while that is a pretty big buzzkill, right? You just kill the mood that way. But I am that kind of guy. Nothing beats Luke. Also, Crimson Witch, only best in slot. And Melt Team with Lolly. That is that is also what I'm planning on using Gaming here for. Yeah, I don't plan on ever using him in Vape. If I have no choice, then maybe. But otherwise, yeah, Sitlali Melt is really the only team that I ever plan on using Gaming for. Calculate the crit rate from the cons. Oh right, I have C6. What does it give me again? How much crit rate? 20 crit rate. Oh. So the crit damage circlet was okay. Okay, so the crit damage circlet was okay. Oops. Yeah, okay. 75, sure. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's right. I completely forgot that we get crit damage from completely forgot that we get crit damage or crit rate and crit damage from C6 Gaming. Man, I feel like this is such a waste of feathers, but this is such a good circlet. Or sorry, flower. That is, I don't know. It would just be such a waste if I didn't reshape this. Already better. Not by much though. So apparently not by much, but still somewhat better. At least it's like really high rolls. At least it's really high rolls. So that's a good. That's good. I'm definitely going for that then. And we get some ER as well. Not bad. Not bad. You'll surely get 4 Aeon Sons in a row. RJ, do it now. Do it now. That's why I was saying go crit damage circlet. Where are these circlets? 3 crit rate? I know. Oh, I think I have a really good one though. It's on someone. Oh, maybe it wasn't on this account. No. Okay, I guess I was thinking of this one. No. Yeah, I was probably thinking of this one. Which is obviously not a crit rate circlet. Oh man, this one would have been worthy of reshaping. Yeah. Oh, this one too, actually. Yeah, this is definitely worth reshaping as well.
メルジーヌはフォンテーヌが誇る美しい生命体だ。
Okay. Skill is the priority here, right? Oops. Okay. $60. Okay, sure. Okay. Well, better get done with this. Because I still have a second account to deal with. RJ, you finally used all the things, even the elixir? Elixir. Elixirs are for making artifacts, right? Making artifacts? No, just... I hate it. It's stupid. Also, I have a lot of artifacts that have potential. And I just don't have enough artifact XP to like level them all up. And I'm getting to the point where I don't want to level any of them up anymore. Especially with the introduction of artifact reshaping. Because every time I upgrade something that has potential and it doesn't roll very well, it doesn't roll like very poorly, but it also doesn't roll very well, I don't want to trash it because of the thought that the art, like, I can always reshape it later when I get more feathers. Yeah. And obviously we barely get any feathers, so it's gonna be forever before I can even reshape a couple of them. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy that now we can re-roll artifacts with the whole artifact reshape thing. But at the same time, it also doesn't feel like it was only a good thing. Right? It doesn't feel like, wow, this is a good update. And I hate that it feels like it was a good addition to the game. But I hate that there's a but there. Oxmoor is finally decreasing. Has it? I don't know. I'm on the second account now. What's his ascension stat? Oh, right. Yeah, right. Gaming's ascension stat. I forgot about that. What is Gaming's ascension stat? Hang on. Let me look it up. Ascension stat is attack percent. No crit. It's attack percent. Oh, hey, what's up, Siri? Good to see you, man. Happy holidays, Siri. How are you doing? How are your holidays going? Ali, I have no idea. The guy speaks like 6 dozen languages. I have no idea which one this is. For some reason, I remember having the same conversation with you. Oh, you're feeling some deja vu. Really? I mean, I've been streaming Genshin for like years now, and you've also been watching me for at least 1 year, probably, right? So we probably have had this same exact conversation at least once before.
拙者が草笛で一曲奏でよう
This one's Cornish. Where is Cornish from, Siri? Right, like, cause okay, forgive me, right? I'm not retarded, but I'm also just not as familiar with the world as some people. Right, so when I hear the name of a language, typically in my brain, that registers in my brain as part of the name of that language is also part of the name of the country that it's mostly used in. Right? Like Spain and Spanish. Or German and Germany. Cornish is spoken in Cornwall, England. England has another language? A language other than English? India and Indianese. I work, and Wednesday I gonna die. Whole day, peak hour. Oh man. Oh right, yeah. Okay. Right. I forgot. Like the type of work that you do is you get real busy during the holidays. Well, hey, how's the pay though? You're getting paid overtime, right? You have a lot of good characters. Hey, thank you, Evie. Well, this account is pretty old, so it better have a lot of good characters. Cornish is the least spoken Celtic language after Manx. It's easily defeating Arle, and yet people say is no longer meta. Well, he is not. Damien. Only reason why you saw my Nivelette beat the Arlecchino weekly boss that fast was because of this and this. Well, it's no C6 Nivelette, but these two together with Nivelette's premium like mono hydro team is still quite a beast compared to C0 R0. And no more melts. Oh wow, I got one more melt in there. No melt. Oh. Come on. Come closer. Come closer. Wait, was it Come Closer? The Neo song. I don't think any of you know what Neo song I'm talking about even. This Neo song's from like the mid or late 2000s. At least it's not C6. Yep. C6 is You know, recently C6s I don't think have been worth the money. Like if you have so much money then that you don't even feel like you lost any money by spending enough money to get C6 of a character in the game, then sure, right? Go right ahead. Get C6, R5, everything on your account. Right? If you just earn so much that you don't feel a thing spending that kind of money. But for most people, I feel like C2 or C3 R1 is really where it's at. If you spend money on the game on Genshin and you want to play it comfortably, you want to clear end game comfortably. But at the same time you don't want to go bankrupt doing it. I feel like C3 R1, C2 R1, C3 R1 is really where it's at. Here's the combo I told you. That's such a long combo, man. Also, hang on. Could you send it again? It's all the way up there and I didn't really take note of it. C1 is like a 15k increase per tick. Per tick. Wow. Well, at least in that specific team. Yeah. Because like without C1, you just can't get 3 draconic stacks without C1 in that specific team. English wasn't the language of Britain before Anglo-Saxons came. So was that a good thing? When the Anglo-Saxons came, what happened? Was that like was it in any way similar to when the Americans... Well, no, when the British went to North America? Life goal is to see RJ use the correct combo, then I can die peacefully. If someone is paying for C6, I don't think they care about the efficiency of their spending. That is true. That is true. Should get Nivelet if he's not C6. It really... I mean, like, for me, now, I still feel like Nivelet is... can clear endgame. And when I say can, I mean, I'm talking about, like, content that doesn't specifically hard counter him, and content that isn't so bad for him. Right? But if you're dependent on... like, for example, recently... I believe it was the last Abyss? Or was it the current Abyss? I don't remember. What is in the horse thing? Like the rainbow horse thing. Is that in this Abyss or is that the last one? Oh, that was the last one. Okay. Yeah, that was the last Abyss. So last Abyss, right? We had the rainbow horse thing. And my current Hyperbloom team I guess not anymore. But my Hyperbloom team used to be, so obviously before Nahida, right? My Hyperbloom team where is he? Used to be this. Right, and obviously the ship has sailed. The ship has already sailed way beyond what this team's capable of. The power creep ship has already sailed way beyond what this team's capable of. And then Lauma came along and sort of gave this team a bit more life, but really just still not enough for endgame content. But with the what was it called? I don't actually have no idea what that boss was called. The rainbow horse, the rainbow horse boss. You really rainbow not just the rainbow horse boss, but also the the Wild Hunt enemies really want you to have a Ascendant Gleam team, which means at least 2 Nodcry characters. So I had to switch my Hyperbloom team from my original Hyperbloom team to... Where is she? Can't find her. Hydro girl. Oh, there she is. Okay. I had to switch it to this, right? Just because, because Aino and Llama are in here, so I have Ascendant Gleam. And obviously, Aino alone isn't going to be enough Hydro application for our Hyperbloom team, so I had to put someone to be on field because, well, this is all these 3 are off fielders. So I had to put some on fielder in here that actually dealt a decent amount of damage or did a decent amount of supporting for Hydro, right? That did a bunch of Hydro application, and the answer was Neuvillette. And it really helped a bunch that I had C1 R1. Without C1 R1, I highly doubt this team would have been anyway close to being effective against that boss and the Wild Hunt enemies. What did I have in here again?
楽しい旅になるといいね。
So, if you're planning on pulling for Neuvillette, and if you really want to use Neuvillette, oh hey, what's up, Ensley? Enleys, what's up, man? How's it going? I highly recommend that you try to go for C1 and R1. Otherwise, you just won't feel as good to play today in 2025. When I first got my Neuvillette, I got him, I believe, during his first rerun. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I didn't get him on release. But when I did finally get him, I had C0, R0 from his first rerun. Because that was all I could get. And I had to wait for his next rerun to finally get C1 and R1. And I remember feeling, well, not awful, having a C0, R0 Neuvillette and using this specific team back then. I do remember feeling really underwhelmed. Yeah, especially because there was just so much footage of people out there using their Neuvillettes and doing so much more damage than my Neuvillette, my C0, R0 Neuvillette was doing. Remove Aino or your blooms won't crit. Double Nodcry isn't good with Llama without nefer. Without nefer on the team. It is good if you're trying to fight. It is good when you're trying to fight the Wild Hunt enemies and all you really care about is just not having to deal with that stupid triple, quadruple, quintuple HP bar mechanic. It's just so stupid. I hate that stupid mechanic. I will gladly lose out on team DPS if it means not having to deal with that stupid mechanic. Hold up, you didn't get nefer? No. I didn't feel like I needed nefer. I also felt like nefer's playstyle was really clunky. I really liked nefer, right? Nefer was like, I felt the same way about nefer as I did with Chlorend. I knew that I didn't need Chlorend. I knew that Chlorend, while stronger than Raiden Shogun when Chlorend was released, like specifically in a as an electro hyper carry, But I still knew that she was just barely stronger than Raiden. But Raiden definitely was way more versatile than Chlorinde at the time. So I knew that I really did not need Chlorinde. But I still went for her because I could and I really wanted to. And I felt the same way about Nefer. But my problem with Nefer is that I really wanted to, but I couldn't. So I didn't. Nivilla is not beating the allegations anymore? What? What allegations? Imagine your team needing 2 specific 5 stars just to be good. 2025, you won't be able to say that, RJ. Wait, which team? Which team are you referring to, Ali? It's okay though. You can still hear me even if you turn down your video quality. Just to avoid seeing Skirk here. You like raping? Who's raping? What is raping? Oh my god, you're what? Okay. You got me good there. That was pretty good. Nefer is my current strongest DPS so far. Really? I mean, she is so far. She is well, she wait, really? What about your Mawika? Yeah, what about your Mawika and your Skirk? You have I highly doubt you don't have Skirk, right? I'm pretty sure, like, from what I remember, you are on a mission and have been on a mission since, as far as I remember, to have every character in the game. What are you guys even talking about? I only got Jahoda so I can get easy 100k Mora. What? 100k Mora per day? What's that about? Should get her next time, trust bro. I mean, I have access to a quite well built Nefer on my friend's account, and I just don't like the playstyle. I don't like how she plays. She feels similar to Hu Tao, and I love Hu Tao's playstyle, but Nefer just doesn't feel as satisfying to play as Hu Tao. I don't know why. There's just something. There's something about it. Me skipping Llama for Yelan. Nash, that sounds like a terrible idea, man. Especially because recently I've been hearing a lot of talk saying that the power creep, the nod cry mechanic power creep, mechanic power creep sounds really weird, I know, but like the nod cry Hoyo leaning into relying on enemy mechanics that can only be dealt with by Nodcry teams apparently is about to get so much worse. That's all I'm hearing. As well as not to mention just the straight up power creep of enemy HPs increasing. Apparently it's gonna keep getting worse. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not happy about it. That's pretty good, God Eater. It's like what is that meme about that woman getting pulled over by a cop by highway patrol and saying her name was Anita. Oh no. What was that? Frida. Yeah, Frida and go ma'am. And the highway patrol just says, "You're free to go, ma'am." All right, thanks, bye. You have every character, but never dealt more damage than both Mawika and Skirk. Really? She's Nahida and Llama. Nefer needs Nahida and Llama? chest box, not cry, nefer, Jahoda can open it and get 100k mora per day or per week. What? I don't know exactly the cooldown reset. Curatorium of secrets. Okay, well you advertised it as every day. So like you really got my attention by saying every day, but it wasn't. So now you've lost my attention. RJ as soon as he hears Mora. Hey, if you're insinuating that I'm like Dory, you're not very right, but you're also not very wrong. It probably has a billion more. No, not even close. Not even close. Maybe close to 10% of that. She does do a lot of damage with Naida and Lama. You know, So I understand that you want to create bloom seeds for Nefer, right? I understand that part. And as soon as you press E on Nefer, all the bloom seeds that are on the ground change into the dark bloom seeds or whatever those things are called, and then once you have those, you can then start doing and those don't pop. They don't pop like regular bloom seeds. That's what I know. And once you have the 3 moon things on your icon on the right here, for moon signs, I guess was what they're called. Once you have 3, once you have, well, at least 1, you can do the special charged attack on Nefer, which is what you want to do. And that's what I understand. But what I don't understand is, like, is there something else that I'm forgetting? That is like the thing that I'm confused about. That's the part that I'm confused about. Is there something else that I'm forgetting about her kit? Like, do I need to? Should I put a hyper bloom procer in her team? Or is the thing that I should be concerned about only about producing bloom seeds? Only that, like, I just need an off-field hydro applier, and just as many dendro appliers as I can get. I'm trying to plug my laptop in, hang on. And it is not easy. Okay. This is really making me consider thinking about getting a bigger desk, like a much bigger desk. Genshin actually kicks AFK players. It depends on where you are. If you're in a domain right after you claimed the thing from the domain, then it does kick you out. There's like a timer that you can clearly see. But if you're just hanging out in a domain like this where you haven't done anything yet, no. You can pretty much stay in here as long as you want. Elemental burst and Nihida elemental burst do increase their damage for the bloom seed. I don't know how to explain it. I like Durin, but I use them as a support rather than DPS. You know, I kind of regret leveling up Durin's normal attack talent to level 9. I was kind of thinking that I just level it up to level 9, just because, like, if there ever came a day where I don't know, felt like using Durin as an on-field DPS, that I could just do it right away, you know, because I already leveled it up. And now I'm sort of regretting it, because I kind of don't see myself doing that anymore, ever. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So you all getting Columbina and Zibai? I mean, I heard... I've been hearing some good things about Zibai. Columbina definitely, because she is like the Archon figure of Nodcry, so she is definitely going to be a good one. But as for Zibai, I'm also hearing some good things about her. That apparently she's gonna be quite strong. But yeah, I just don't have the primos for it. Even now, I can already tell that I won't have enough for both of them. In fact, there's even it's even likely that I won't have enough for even just Columbina, especially if she comes in the first half. I'm actually really interested in Zibai's lore. RJ, you play Milliastar Wonderland? No. I don't know. There's just no benefit to it. Unless if I ever like find out about some really fun game mode, you know, some really fun game mode in Milliastar Wonderland that like either a user generated game mode or like a Hoyo created game mode. I just do not, there's just zero benefit to ever playing Milliastar Wonderland. I am kind of happy actually that some part of me is kind of happy that they didn't the currency or like the incentive to play Miliastra Wonderland wasn't Primo Gems, right? It wasn't connected to Genshin itself, because I was kind of concerned that they would give us a bunch of like daily or weekly stuff to do in Miliastra Wonderland that would give us primos, and that would have incentivized me, or well, more like taken me hostage. More like taken me hostage for me to do those things every single day or week or however frequently it is. So just to chase after those primos. So I'm some part of me is actually kind of relieved that they completely separated the premium currency of Wonderland, of Miliastra Wonderland, from the base Genshin Impact game itself. 3 hours. Okay. I guess. To buy the horse adeptus. Yeah, because I remember seeing that fan-made clip, right? No, it wasn't even a clip. That fan-made trailer or story, like whatever, fan-made animation, that I don't even know if that was Zibai. Apparently, like, it looks so similar to Zibai. Like, that it's... That was cool. Apparently, I've heard some talk about... Apparently, Zibai is a pretty significant character in Tivat. Right? Like, not necessarily to the main story, but she is like Zhongli level, apparently. Big like llamas. That catches my attention. Alright. A man of culture, I see. A man of culture. Okay. Well, I'm going to be doing Imaginarium Theater on my friend's account here. My friend's account... my friend used to be a pretty big spender in the game. Not like Giga Whale, C6R5, everything. But sort of like a more reasonable spender, you know? A more reasonable spender. Has a couple of C6 characters, C6R1 only. And has several C2 or C3 character 5 stars, and quite a few, quite a few signature weapons. So, my thought process on this was that I would do Imaginarium Theater with an account like this, and attempt to go for and try to go for the lunar thing. I don't remember what it's called. Just to show how hard the new like lunar Imaginarium Theater shills for spending. Not even like specific characters. It doesn't, like, as far as I've played Imaginarium Theater, it doesn't seem to shill extra hard a specific character, right? The specific characters that are rerunning. But it seems to really incentivize you to pull as many of the new 5 stars as you can, and a couple of their constellations and signature weapons. Otherwise, you just feel really... It's just frustrating to play. Might be the same age or older than Zhongli. That's what I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard. That apparently she's as old as, or even maybe even older than Zhongli. A spending that actually makes sense. Yeah, it is a reasonable amount. Like, I mean, my friend isn't like poor. Far from being poor, right? He's far from poor, but he's definitely not like he definitely isn't related to the Saudi oil prince, you know. Probably isn't built. No. Okay. How about you? Oh, even less built. Oh, Durin. Right. My friend doesn't have Durin. My friend has recently tuned out of Genshin. Oh wow, that's his sig. No cons though. But pretty good. Oh, C1? What does C1 do? What? Oh my god, I can't click it from here. What does Durin C1 do? Teja. Wow, that's a really hard name to read, man. Teja's. Well, Teja. I'm just gonna call you Teja. What's up with this, man? What's up with your UID? I just gotta go. Bye, guys. Bye, RJ. Bye, guys. Wayne out. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, Damien. Take care, man. Take care, and happy New Year to you. This might be my last stream of 2025. Alice is playable, definitely playable, but not Sandrone. Really? What makes you say that, Siri? You think Sandrone is not going to be playable? Albedo became stronger, which I'm glad. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me about this. That you're actually quite... Oh no, it wasn't Albedo. You were quite invested into your Yaimiko, I believe. More elevator flowers now. And extra damage. Yeah, that's true. And the other one, the extra one, cannot get destroyed. RJ, I'll also take my leave. Oh, all right. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Ali. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Yeah, take care of yourself. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, and take care. Bye. C1. What does C1 do? Casting is burst. Effects vary depending. Okay. Light purity. Okay, all nearby. 20 stacks of something. Nearby active characters deal normal, charge, plunging attack, skill, burst. Damage 1 stack will be consumed. Increased damage dealt by 60% of Durin's attack. Okay. Party cycle managed individually. Okay. So darkness is 20 stacks of something lasting 20 seconds. Durin deals burst damage. 2 stacks. 2 stacks will be consumed. 150%. Okay, so it's just a self buff. So dark mode is Durin self buff, and light mode is other character buff. That's pretty good. You know what? I might actually just decide to go for that C1 Durin down here. Yeah, got a pretty decent build as well. There's really not as much ER as I'd like on Durin, but sure. May the fool be with you. After I got her constellation, I use her often. You know, I'm really hoping that Yaimiko is going to be one of the characters that gets buffed when we finally get the like Inazuma character buffs. You know, kind of like the Mondstadt character buffs this time. Really hoping that Yaimiko is one of the characters that gets buffed in one of the Inazuma characters that gets buffed. Because I really want Yaimiko. Like, I really like her as a character. Her characterization, I really like her. Like, if Genshin was an anime and all the playable characters were like characters in that anime, Yaimiko would be one of my favorites. Should I get her C4 Yaimiko? I mean, I don't think so, man. I mean, if she does end up getting buffed and like her C4 is actually quite good, then I mean you are 2 constellations away from it. From what I remember, you already have C2 of her. But I don't know. Those 2 constellations for her could also be 2 other new 5-star characters. There's the weekly stuff giving us free constellations. Is Yaimiko one of those? I never really paid that much attention to it. I haven't even picked mine for this time. Yeah, I haven't even picked mine yet. Swanee. Okay, definitely gonna need a freeze team for this one. Do I have any other bow users? I guess there's Venti. Venti, who else? Okay, definitely gonna need to save. Wow, really? No other bow characters? Chaska? Okay, I guess I'm gonna need to save Venti for the Aeon Blight Drake. Oh, I guess there's Diona as well. Give a suggestion. Who's C1 should I get? Who is... I can't take a look at it from here. Yeah, I'd have to exit out. I'll tell you in it, you know. I'll tell you when I get the chance. Oh, whatever. Like, okay. Whatever. Before I get started, I'm gonna go take a look. Who do we even have this time? It's probably the same thing, right? Yeah, but I don't remember every single one of them. C1, right? From what I heard, C1 Albedo is pretty good. I heard that C1 Albedo is actually quite strong. That's what I heard. From what I remember, Nilu C1 is just extra duration for her, like, skill. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think Nilu C1 is pretty good too. I actually decided to go for Shenhe C1 on my first account. Yeah, just that extra E cast really helps out with energy. Not by so much, but it's you know, it is just enough for me that it crosses that threshold for like comfortable versus uncomfortable energy situation. What does Zhao C1 do? Skill charge +1. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with Zhao's playstyle, really. I don't know how much that affects Zhao's playstyle. C1 Hu Tao? She's not really worth it anymore, but C1 Hu Tao is good. She's not really worth it anymore, but C1 Hu Tao is good. I remember... For some reason, I remember Baiju C1 was... okay. Like, not good per se, and... Baiju... Oh, it's just the skill additional charge. Oh no, that is a good thing. That's like a good thing, yeah. Because from what I remember, Baiju needs a lot of ER. That's what I remember. Baiju needs a lot of ER, and C1 like 1 extra skill charge. That's pretty good. And not to mention, it's also additional healing. Previous one I got Hu Tao's. Oh, I see. Okay. If your Dia is already C1, C2 is pretty good because it's skill duration. Really helps out a lot. Gets it closer. Gets it so much closer to permanent uptime, skill duration. I mean. Other than that, I can't really think of anyone else. I don't even know what Wanderer C1 does. Wanderer. Attack speed. Increased. Ascension. Additional. Okay, no. Wanderer C1 is definitely not worth it. It's just attack speed and some other like off-field. Or not necessarily off-field damage, but just extra damage. Not so much though, but might be very good support for Zabai Lunar Crystallize. I think if you have Albedo and he's not C1 yet, I think you should definitely go for C1 Albedo. I remember hearing about I remember hearing some people talk about how good Albedo C1 is. Albedo's mentioned. I do want to see some Klee and Albedo combo due to the Hexen Circle buff. Klee is actually pretty strong now. With the Hexen Circle buffs. Yeah, apparently she's pretty strong now. And she's also way more comfortable to play now. Because of the increased attack speed. And the auto charged attack while you just do normal attacks. I hope he's gonna be an SS rank support for Lunar Crystallize. If that does end up happening, man, I'm gonna be so sad. I have no off-field Geo. Is Albedo like the only Geo buffer we got? Only Geo buffer? Albedo's not necessarily a buffer. He has the EM buff thing, but he's not necessarily like a straight up buffer. We got that buff. Example, Hextry buff. Sorry, what do you mean? Geo buffer. You're talking about Geo buffer, but you also mentioned the Hextry buff. Geo buffer is like actual geo buffer, geo boosting geo status. Xilonen is a geo buffer. Xilonen, what's his name? Dog boy. Goro. Yeah. Goro is geo buffer, yeah. Goro and Xilonen, yeah. I guess to a certain extent. Yeah, I guess to a certain extent, Zhongli as well. Not really. He just provides some shred, but he's not really like a dedicated geo support. You know, I was really hoping that I could do 2 theater runs tonight, but I don't see myself being able to do that because I've just barely started this one. Because I haven't done theater this season on my first account, and yeah, it's about to reset in a couple of days. It's about to reset in a couple of days, and I haven't done it on my first account. I was really hoping that I could do that. I could have done 2 runs this stream. But I guess that's not happening. I guess I'll just have to do my account off stream. Okay. Sure. This is a tough choice. 3 animal characters. I mean, the more characters meant the requirements in the theater, the more stages will be open to challenge. Yep. Oh, well, this is definitely not happening. Just had to move. 3 animal, this is just insane. I mean, you know, they're just there for moral support, really. They're not really there to do anything. Okay, this is really cringe. If y'all could just stick together, that'd be great. Oh, come on. I used this skill and didn't hit anything with it. I feel like 3 same elements in one team comp. Either they're IRL very sleepy, that they cannot think straight, or they're literally just gone insane that they are not yet sleepy. One of 2 situations. Wait, you say they? Oh, hey, what's up, Luap? I'm so sorry, man. I was like in my peripheral vision, I was like, that profile picture seems familiar. I just didn't take a look at it, man. Hey, Merry Christmas, man, and a Happy New Year to you, Luap. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you again. How are your holidays going? We're hanging on in there. Oh, you're talking about me. Yep. I don't know if you can hear it, but I am starting to get sleepy. That's why I'm saying that I'm definitely not going to be able to do 2 theater runs this stream. I'm only going to be able to do this one. Who should I get? Guess Animo character? Do I need Jian Yun for anything? Do I need Plunge for later for something? No. Guess not. Venti for theater, viable or not? It really depends, man. Theater has so many different kinds of enemy setups. I just lit up some fireworks just a moment ago. Good thing it wasn't that cold outside. Hey, nice. Off-field electro. I don't have off-field electro.
Ah, やっと私の出番。
Defeat 9 opponents. Miss those 1 peso firecrackers, man. Oh, man, come on. You're really tugging on the nostalgia heartstrings here, man. You're really tugging on the nostalgia heartstrings. So over here in the south, we had I don't think they were necessarily firecrackers. They did make cracking noises, I guess. So like I guess in a way they were firecrackers. We had when I was a kid, we had these things called that we here in the south referred to as watusi, and like all you really needed to do was like rub them on like anything abrasive, you know, like concrete or something. And they would just make like cracking noises. And when I was a kid, I used to be scared to do that with my hands. So I only ever did it with my feet. Well, not my bare feet, but just my slippers. Yeah, and I don't think I've ever seen those anymore. I haven't seen those in forever, so I don't think I'll ever get the chance to be able to do them, to do it with my hands. Hearing those good old keyboard ASMR sounds at the back of Genshin in-game sound. It's called Pop Pop here, but I don't think Pop Pop has rubbing mechanics. Ought to see Piccolo. You know, I keep hearing that name, Piccolo, but I have no idea what those... Oh, these are called Piccolo. I've never seen anyone, well, at least here in my city, in my home city, use blow up some Piccolo. I might have heard people I might have heard Piccolo's popping, but I've never seen people with them here. I'm looking at some pictures online of them, and so from what this one picture looks like, it looks like Piccolos are part of what we used to call a Judas belt. I don't know why we called it a Judas belt. Judas belt was like so just, man, it was so noisy. But it definitely did make, like, my neighbors blowing up a whole Judas belt really did make New Year feel like New Year, man. And not just like my neighbors, but like everyone. You get Durin? No. Oh, I mean, yeah. Sorry. No, that was dumb. Why did I say no? I did get Durin. C0 though, just C0 R0, unfortunately. Oh man, this is so unfortunate. No Chevrolet yet here. But whatever. Who do we use? I mean, it's not like I'm gonna use Hu Tao later on anyway. Yeah, might as well. Fireworks are expensive nowadays, though. It's better to just buy off beers. These, not gonna lie. Well, things have been getting more and more expensive, and for quite a few years now, I have noticed that less and less people have been making New Year feel like the New Year that I grew up with. Yeah, barely anyone puts up decorations nowadays. Uh-oh. Well, I messed up. I pressed E and didn't hit anything. I don't think I could wait 30 seconds for Arlecchino's skill to cool down. Oops. Oh well. Yep. Yeah, I saw that one coming. Which country are you from? The good old Philippines, man. Good old hot and humid Philippines. Literally switching to just beer buying, sleeping, even though it's New Year, but just karaoke. Over here though, karaoke is definitely still a thing. At least in my part of the country. Yeah, at least in this part of the Philippines. Like, you pretty much just hear everyone, like every house in the neighborhood singing karaoke. It's just something that hasn't gone away. In fact, it's actually gotten... It feels like it's way more common now. I guess because it's just way more... It's just way easier to get a karaoke machine now compared to before. What? How did I lose 2k HP instantly? Oh my god, it's ticking really, really fast. This whole HP drain thing is ticking really, really fast, man. Okay, finally, just one more. Oh my god, that was close. That was close. First time I saw a character die during burst. I've only... Oh no, it's actually happened to me quite a few times. Yeah, it's happened to me quite a few times already.
これでよし。無論構わない。
Hmm. Okay. That's an Eonton burst. So can cut it and keep it in shorts. Eon. Oh, that's not Eonton. That's insane. Insane burst toe. Toe? Arlecchino still has one of those best looking elemental bursts out there. You feel like you like a final boss using it, yeah. Using it last to hopefully one shot the boss. Turns out damage was not enough. Arlecchino does have... Arlecchino's burst is, to me, almost as cool as Zhongli burst. But unfortunately, just like Zhongli's burst, you just don't want to use it. You just don't want to use it. It's just not good damage. And the animation is just so long. The animation is so long. So you just don't want to use it. Man, why do I feel like I barely have any more characters left? I haven't even gotten to the second boss yet. It's there, but it's worth that enough, probably not. This is cool, though. I give it that. Yeah, it definitely is cool. At the very least, though, Arlecchino's burst, you will occasionally have to use it, you know, because it is the only way to heal Arlecchino after all. Zhongli's is just no. There's just zero reason ever to use Zhongli burst.
に遊ぼうよ。
投降しろ。武器を捨てろ。
逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
Oh, what is this pyro thing? Oh, it's this aura. Okay.
法の裁きを受けてこい。動く。
イオナの特製乗り。足元に気をつけて。風だ。はあ。お。は。一緒に遊ぼうよ。
これは必要な武力だ。
どこから？逃げようなんて思わないでよね。はっ。た。お。はあ。
I gave my Durin Crimson Wish. Is that fine? Does... So you can use Durin's skill twice, right? Because like you press E, at least in support mode. Does that count as 2 stacks of Crimson Witch? If it does, then it's okay. But if it doesn't, then I don't think it's good. Oh my god, defeat 24 opponents. How do we deal with this? Oh, Hu Tao, right. Hu Tao, Durin. Oh, that'd be good. Okay, sure. And Shang Wing, of course. I guess I don't really need Durin anymore. Probably not if this Crimson Witch stack doesn't have stack count. I'm not getting proper stats for that, so I'm using Dark Durin with Crimson, Dark Durin for Crimson. Okay, so that you can do more Vaporize and Melt damage. I mean, why not just go for Emblem then? What? Oh.
たかもしれん。
I just need one more. Come on, we're good. My luck and emblem is really, really bad. Oh. Why not just strongbox, man? You can just strongbox, right? Strongbox with a lot of defense main stat. Or use the artifact transmuter. Yeah, use the artifact transmuter. You can just do that. Is he gonna fly right away? Nice. Oh my god, that was very poor timing. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I guess I am gonna need to do this. Okay. Mona. Sure. What does Mona have? Ah, TTDS. Nice fan sound. That's actually the AC, dude. I was gonna ask, why don't let Chaska fly? Maybe the enemy flies too? It wouldn't be a problem. It really wouldn't be a problem. Because if the enemy flies, I can just do this. Oops. Wait, what did it just say on my screen? It said something about resistance. That jet engine AC. Maybe because it has to do with the fact that the AC is literally right next to my head. I can actually touch it with my hand. I'm touching it right now with my hand. Okay, maybe I should rearrange this, my lineup. Mona being on slot 1 is awful. Okay, that should be better. Cryo. Oh. Oh. So that's what it does. Right. So it gains extra resistance to whatever element did the most damage. I guess that, okay. So it's this kind of boss. Okay. I'm gonna need to bring somebody else that does a lot of damage then. Okay. I guess Yoimiya? I really don't know how much she's gonna do. Even Fischl might even do more. Skirk or Mawika time. I was really hoping to hold on to Mawika, cause like there's still this second one. Yeah, cause like I think I'm gonna prefer to use Mawika against those guys. I guess I could use Skirk against those guys too. But then, cause I need Skirk for this guy. Choices. So if I use Skirk now, it'd be Skirk and Mawika. No, maybe not Skirk. How about Mawika and Ayaka? Okay, I think that's okay. Yeah, Mawika and Ayaka. Okay, I'm gonna try this one first. Okay, come on, burst. Okay. Alright. Get the other one down, and we're good. Okay, Mona first, and then you. No. Okay. Yep. Alright, gonna have to bust out Mawika here. Oh, you know what? Let's give it one more try. Let's give it one more shot. Oh wow, this is working. Okay. Alright, not bad. So what do I need here? Defeat all opponents within 70. So how many is all? Oof. I only have one more thing for Mona. Wait, what is... Oh, finality. Okay. Alright. I don't need cryo thing. I will need all-field hydro, though. I guess I won't need hydro against the that boss. Oh. That was definitely way easier than I thought it would be, but that was the plan. Hmm. Oh, Kazuha. Sure.
部外石
風よそこだ行くぞ
話が通じないなら叩く
雲なく借りなく
相関化粧次の仕事はへい
といざ風の赴くままに
風雪の縮図おさわり禁止やっ
もみちを散らまく手加減なしだぜ
話が通じないなら叩くまで
前風雲な
部外石禁止ついていきます
風よはっやっよっはっほれはっはっし前はっもみちを散ら
師匠の技を食らいなさいこの仕事は排除するべきですね相関化粧
いざ風よはっほれそこだよっはっせいはっはっ
部外石禁止
前風雲の行くごとはっ
食分に甘いものを無に着せはっはっ平穏調理やあガンのように羽ばたけ
道あふれよ。
やあ力を食分にはたっよっ無に着せはい力をふんはっはっやあしかふんレーザーマジック力をやっ
Should I have pulled Xilonen for my Arlecchino? It's not really necessary. Xilonen is not really necessary for Arlecchino. In fact, Arlecchino's best team is Overload with Chevreuse. Xilonen certainly would have been another team option for your Arlecchino, but not really an upgrade. Just another team option.
き尽くすなし尽くせる
明けの明星みんながそばにいてくれるわ
さあ働きなさい。悪用の力を思い
この天下で裁く
Okay. Well, I don't really have anything else left to do in the game. And it's getting quite late. So if there's anyone left lurking in chat, For those of you who need help building your characters' accounts or making a decision in which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams. And if you want my personal opinion, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys. Thank you.